Assalamualaikum, Badin Jibella Dongal, Bismillah, Cotton LSTV, one program of the Romeo November for the special interview program, one of the interview Miala Kerkel and Manila Mola Minkra Saidina Abubacarr Jarju, Miala Patem, spokesperson one of the Amulati National Unity Party, being one of the Katana Social Autoscience and the flow of Franklin, Besido Indila, Saidina Abubacarr Jarju, Napurkani from Kanin Jibella, and your company, and from the program of Abubacarr, you most welcome to LSTV one for the very first time.
Thank you so much, brother. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Follow mbela moy lal be kontona nin jibe lal ke tentu ke jay ka LSTV tentu ke jay for the opportunity. Be kontondiro fana tenten la mba sambal na patito from na party leader and standard biara memu His Excellency Abdullah Ibrahim Jamiti na national party and the national chairman memu Honorable Bakeba Jabiti ala deputy and the entire executive committee of the NUP aning NUP tomal be aning gambe dingol be lamuro aning jibiro dawda mbal tentu la mbal jela.
Saidina Abubacarr, thank you so much. Banang content about kabring watu ni na purka jana kapia wala ka fundi ni program wa nyati. But follow ni be kajani kumasla. Bela fila kalong ite kita moti mialo ko you are one of the youngest spokespersons for a political party in the Gambia. Mune fongo ite motivate purka je ko itum political ni kono Gambia banko yikani.
Baraka bage for the question. Ila nyini ngaro kumayata bage. Follow. It has always been a passion to serve. Ni amoy personal la fen na fengo pour yello ila moli ndekela multi mi am ka believe in am a nationalist anu delata nyin nako ku kilinda male sana banko bundi nyin toro kono wolem nga banko je danam fangol I was always part of politics but among active no back in politics. I was in a particular political party for 2018 resigned. So because me attend finta political party kono ma resign formally because I was never an official member. But nga jele ko min mena politiko batandi wala mo jama be politiko kono mi yalon ko e fon la interest la tambindi politiko e gambe nyaato anu lata nyin nako ntolla future motable na banko do ay nanang ay gambe dadantoli wala ka gambe do kuntoli fontol fon se wuli nga wura nga na banko nyin jibe nga banko la interest jibe e ka fol na reality nga redefine ay ntol fon sut mbe banko sambala nyame. With that motivation, I have to take part. I have to be a part of the decision-making team. So, kamal alana rake durong NUP la campaign team, then even tola around the country, kamul nyininka on how they think or how they believe ila banko nyenta marala nyame in a quest puruka party nina political manifesto nyin draft. While nena manifesto jibe ya tola the people's manifesto, wala mulla maral buko. Ni aje ya tola wo nyama kaatu jandu ba safera e bankole muru e mul nyininka mul ya mire la banko nyinta marala nyaadil o kuma kamol kabira tat atombonta e wolta ya kusonson aji buko safe ka tandi ko gambe dingol ko ilafta la banko e marate so ila wo to nyin kono denil nata interact wala nyama anu NUP la political ideology na la fendi mianko is second to none in this country akera fendi mianko nene majelon fendi mianko woninta la political idea resoneta na feel comme is the party of the future na feel comme is a party mianko as a gambe bundi nyim bata kono and obviously the answer is me NGBB like me one of the youngest serving spokespersons in any political party in anywhere in Gambia history so we attend the comme nyimtemu funding keldi and attend the comme funding ke jama bi can emulate this in a quest for more understand coming nyinam party for the future
so ila diamu ni ngone ay tan la ko important political party do mi alon ko janne fo ngay bes sabi be ka fula national unity party mun fo ya sabu boto ni political party wala ko party jamalo ni ani ko na mun ya sabu iboto political party and also why the national unity party.
Basically, it's a hackathon. NUP, we have a philosophy. We don't talk about other political parties. Okay. Because kujamal be banko to miyango wala jarta pour na address. So fengo miyango it relates to other parties. Ntelaf like a delve on that for the simple reason it is our ideology. Nga believe coming manyana ka banko ko party ko na kufu. But at some point nga jele coming I needed something more. I needed to learn and I needed to serve better. You understand? And I needed an idea me alonko wala nyanta Gambia bondira nyin toro kono because post 2016 me Gambia affect back at the moment dia why tribalism dabina akono partisan politics dabina akono and Gambia became a fragile state. You understand? Ntela da nyina ko the only thing me alonko as nyim banko mol be na fam dula killing wala tuabol ka for me you find their common denominator wala fendi me alonko is binding Gambian all be anu fengo mi yalango wala gambe no be so right now wala me gambe no be sula wala na banko di yate. That is our country. And there is only one political party that is advocating for unionism. It's National Unity Party.
We will get into that. Your position as the spokesperson for National Unity Party, I can confirm that at your last party congress. Ni mosa kuno ni jiko ni nari na reporkaji for National Unity Party moli kambe porkaji kete mo kila party ole yamba.
Basically, coming out for I'm very, very passionate to serve. And mumolti mianko nindunda koko non kadune faibang. And in the NUP, from the first day, Natanang, Akeda Party de Mialongo, they're very, very open. Ngakujamale Karanje, and they always give me the opportunity to serve, to explore my potential. So I've been serving to the best of my ability. Yalong ekatara duku lalebe duku people are watching. You understand? So at the end of the day, I felt the urge, because there is always room for me to improve as a person and as a country. You understand? So basically, this is how everything started, and they trusted in me that Ngaduko Minkenung for the past 2 years, I elevated from being the deputy spokesperson to the spokesperson of the political party.
Cabinet nomination, did you ever apply for that position?
Basically, because what happened was, more following approach, we've understand, we've seen you, because during the presidential tone, moderate. And there are so many things within the party. We want to you seek for a higher position, that is the spokesperson spot. Because at some point, spokesperson wasn't very, very active due to reasons beyond his control. So I was asked to step up. But after that, I'm very passionate to serve. And nibe doko kela mule ni mule ko nafta pure nyine ke natra tonya mulla ko le bedato ite banna. So I decided to apply for that.
National Unity Party had their first test running in the presidential election, 2021 presidential elections, and the election in the Mune Asabu National People's Party, many election of win.
National Unity Party.
National Unity Party rather. Among election of young win, but not a multi-million. Can we say they were just new into that political free? What they are for Asabu in that presidential election?
Yeah, I wouldn't concur with that phrase if fought, because Ndolman for Ndolman presidential candidate unveiled barely 3 months before elections. Obviously, there was not much hope for victory. But nada ka fenne tan ni Gambia dingola mial ko nyong tangolo wala nationalism na banko jibe na political ideology ke na fente mial ko nafta pour Gambia dingol ya understand ya faham ko na banko nyentam tollel sulala nada ko will introduce, and eventually ntonga min so mial ko there is no political party mo so Gambia jang wala mtolonga Gambia dingol la hearts le wi bi Gambia dingol beka NUP la bi Gambia dingol la kano be NUP le. So obviously ntonga feel it's a victory for us. Nton bang late mom for regret. Obviously it was a win for the NUP, and I understand that this is the stepping stone for Gambian politics.
Abubacarr natra ko Gambia banko dingol NUP la so at heart wala ni so most often covering presidential election because Gambia banko ni o mol mi ala ko NUP la so at heart ida ndaka party fa NUP la ko kali ko alla candidat ni kan ko nada di o manke.
No, in reality, until being alone how the political atmosphere was. You understand? It was more or less like a contest between the bigger guns. Because now I understand, although it's not something that I personally agree with, it's not something that I will take as reference, but I come to give you a public opinion as to Mulsida Kaminfo. Well, it was a contest between the NPP and the UDP. You understand? Dolia believe the UDP coming into office and is a threat to their existence. Dolia coming, the NPP continuing its leadership is a threat to our country. So it was more or less like a contest between the two. So eventually people feel coming, okay, if we vote for the upcoming political parties, they're not going to win, and eventually, it's not going to serve their political interests. You understand? So we are of the conviction that many people voted against or voted for some of these political parties based on those lines.
For most of that 2021 presidential elections, National Unity Party la aims and objectives maintain the poor kind of presidential election, but rather poor kind of that recognition. One of the million financial new financial party another poor kind of bank.
Not necessarily. We wanted to win, but we knew the chances were slim. But that doesn't deter us from testing the waters, and eventually we've succeeded. We have succeeded.
Prior to that election, from the National Unity Party, ila application on inkele, and then during that period ngajela ko Independent Electoral Commission IEC ye parti jamale dig wala ko parti jamale bondi mi ala ko moli a fil fam wol nyanta ka qualify la pour kaje ko ka run in that 2021 presidential election but ngaje ko parti jamal bi mi ala ko ye jenkende but National Unity Party mi ala ko mo jamale fil ko asikano Independent Electoral Commission be bondi la inata ka qualify atol ali mum dogule ka pour kaje ko Independent Electoral Commission IEC kana bondi no wala ko kana jenke.
Baraka Baga for the question. First, follow Gambia no nyanda min kalamutala. Well, NUP is a fountain of knowledge. NUP was built on the principles of knowledge. Yafam, wala nan tolunga mumu tambindi in any spectrum of our political party. Aketa muli mianka hamoso. Okay, follow. IEC criteria lel bondi. Mole I understand these are the criteria to apply for this Fengo presidential election. Amu fenete mi alon kon tongal ko ni mo meet IEC be drop la. You understand? So we made so our administrators made so every single criteria na meet. Well, because we're not even expecting IEC of them. Like we're not even thinking about the nomination. We're going to qualify. Because although it was a test of time, but we've always knew that we are going to qualify. Because we tried to make sure that we meet all the criteria. And we presented a candidate Mianko is very marketable. Someone Mianko loves Gambia at heart. Someone Mianko we believe is the ultimate solution to the problems of this country.
Kabrin IEC qualify wala ko yatandel ko sign in this 2021 presidential election. Alkeda Modi Mianko we went around the country Alibanko to what were some of the things Alimin for Gambia Banko wala what were some of the promises Mianko Balidi Banko wala going into that 2021 presidential election?
Yeah, we promised Gambia score until we will make sure we unite Gambians because we will make sure that territorial integrity and sovereignty are protected. Tonya, it's not very bad to take loans in a country looking at the country's economic situation. But near loan ta imanya na domola. Comme ita la bitikoro, eko bitikiti ndonto $200 ila. Yala $200 fo isajo. But near $200 ta ita na yamanu sang yadom. Ibo kodo bola yibaju la min. So we believe if you take loans, you have to reinvest them into the economy. I fembundi miango se juro keno ye profit sort. Now, our ultimate focus was going to be our agricultural sector. Because ndolata nyina ko Gambia agriculture, Gambia resources damanga misura se Gambia dingol balundinole. We believe that. Although at a kenola overnight, but we know in the long run we'll be able to feed ourselves. So our ultimate objective na Gambia no promise me the first thing that we are going to focus on is our agriculture. Ma make sure nga agriculture bunda yuruwandi to one extent be fengol mim bondile wala be ming harvest jase Gambia dimul munafanola. That was one of the promises me anko nga dinungam and we know it's attainable.
So wa ko mo sa ko Gambia banko dingol ale promise mendila wala fale kumol mo foy mi la mo wala fonko ima wala sang wala ya sabu ko ma carte financial unity.
Coming out from it was a fragile political situation, and on reason so being state above, we believe, it played a greater role towards the ultimate objective man now we meet no. But we know for a fact that as we speak, whatever we told the Gambians, Gambian no yajere. And the amount of Gambians, the groups, even women, they are joining the NUP, is just breathtaking. And the next time told the Gambia be jahal.
2021 presidential elections, Kata Fendemi Alongo, the incumbent President Adama Barrow Atelea win. Do you have the belief for Gambia Banko they voted for the right candidate in that 2021 presidential election?
That is
what will be your reasons?
That is a question for Gambians, because I'm a politician. I have a candidate that I was selling to the Gambian people. Because I believe he is the best choice for this country.
That is Ibrahim Ajab.
Abdullah Ibrahim Ajab. He is the ultimate solution to this country. Because Niajibi, this is a man that I've been serving in the public service for more than 30-something years. He has a wealth of experience when it comes to governance. You understand? He is connected, both locally and internationally. This is someone who has a sense of foresight for this country, has a very clear path. Now, Gambians decided to go in for President Adama Barrow. The repercussions being Filga, the price hike in the market, and many things, the insecurity in this country, and so many things more being complained every now and then. These corruption scandals, I mean, time and again we are seeing corruption scandals from public institutions. We are telling Gambians because National Unity Party like most of these political parties, a source of funding, is from businessmen. These businessmen will never give you anything for free. Whatever they give you are bundled until Gambian, we are going to pay the price. We told them that. President, His Excellency Abdullah Ibrahim Jame Kamintandela wala nyindiko. If you vote for them, nitara for winter. Those businessmen ibela kodo bundle yamit na ya for ko lamin kodojo. Iba bundle on the prices of ila bagaso mi wafi kan Gambia dum iba bundle wala kat na nyim bagaso ka to ser la marché.
And then most of course, yes. National Unity Party, told from party that we are back in Alajan. How were they able to go around the country? Jamabala in the Carabada, National Unity Party, the source of funding.
Yeah, that remains the mystery. Mulka mentioning Kabake, but Bimba break that down for you understand. NUP believes in internal resource mobilization. Party dimon sotal. Me alonko ye Gambia leche. Me alonko Gambia is the ultimate interest. O party dimon leka kafun nyukan. Whatever that is supposed to be done, work. Internal resource mobilization, because don't believe that Gambia jang. And in Tarafonga Bankota, we should be able to replicate the same thing. Because niaji Gambia resource dama hanina bada ma. Honestly, no, you don't need statistics to justify that. Niaji Chinese and other countries are coming to the Gambia with so much interest on the sea. Then fenne bije miange bole sambakang iya. And if it is explored, Gambia be munafana wotole. You look at the black sand. You look at our agricultural sector, the fertility of the land. We've seen Gaddafi here, he turned an entire desert to an agricultural land. And though we were blessed with GC, we can use that to improve our agriculture through irrigation farming. So you must find that they are coming Alpha Ba coming for Halifa Sallah and the Doi movement, they coming for the sovereign national wealth. This is something we understand is the ultimate way, the ultimate solution. As a Gambia economic situation on yourself, and we have the resources.
But more control and more mansia. So Albert put the Jamal London Nyapanya the Mialon will campaign and any other expenses near the presidential election coming down to one election.
Tonya finance is a constraint. Come here for na more mansia and people that are actually pledging for the party among Siake. It's one of the reasons we affect as a political party. We want people to review the NUP manifesto. Let's put aside the political differences. Let's put aside and try to revisit our country.
How accessible is this
manifesto? Yes, I have a website to www.nupgambia.com abijele. If you go to the Facebook page of Abijele, if you type National Unity Party, you will see the manifesto there. In fact, we will re-say it again for people. Moment after access, you can contact anyone in the NUP. You can come here, we will give you a copy. You understand? Mimbije wala nyentiko. This is a party for the people of this country. Anung ntol mananam pour fongole, nata pour bankole. Anung tolko, comme sur coming for suma aksuñu du bena. Nta anim bebe dende minna mange clean. Oto nyimu dem fengol de miango patiolo ta on those foundation. Just to take you down memory lane. Kabringe patiolo, mol menyim patiolo. Most of us in the party malon jumale patiolo. But kabringe mol nata because every idea aka start dulalto. When this idea came, Kabri bent idea that the first thing we agree with them to Kolemko, until me alonko mabeta particular formation, none of us is going to lead the party. You understand? Purkanying ownership bondi in Gambia political space. Because most of the political parties in the Gambia more lel tam. That's the actual reality. And more Nimantaraji is not going to work. Whatever they say, there is an executive committee, but that veto powers belongs to them. Because il a pas long. Ni mal la fi tol kam info itel be jenkla don itole continue. Lafta ko le bondi Gambia political com. And even His Excellency Abdullah Ibrahim Jame, the way he came into leading this party, mobile akalamta, mbele nga munyola. The only reason minketa wala nyindu control sit as an executive committee. Na nomination ke. Names were brought up because it's a party for the Gambian people. It's not a party for an individual. So when told finished up, we sent a committee at killing to discuss with them about these things. But they coming for the party I'm also lining up for these things. I understand. But when Abdullah's name popped up, we met our council of elders to seek for advice. But Abugo itole from Abdullah told. We made our investigations in our personal CV request. We went through everything behind his back, honestly. We came to realize that there will be no better candidate than H.
So meaning what you want to tell me during the presidential election 2021, Abdoulaye Jammeh was the best of candidates than the million of contestants?
Yes, and I can prove it. Coming for it. This is a man, they are political, and then administration long is different. Administration is the bedrock of every institution. Abdoulaye Jammeh is an administrator. Now, in our political space, we have administrators, we have politicians. Politicians are the very ones that will give you promises that they will never fulfill. Come Gambian come in Kumbo, and they cloak us all in the same envelope. Until we have an administrator. Okay. Yes, we have politicians, yes. But we have an administrator leading that political vacuum. That is why I tell you without a shred of doubt that he is the best candidate due to his experience, due to his expertise, and in his sense of foresight. He's the best candidate. Now, not discussed about NUP political ideology. I was fortunate enough to be part of the team, but I was amazed. I was very, very amazed as to the way he approached us. Eventually, he is a servant of the people. At the end of the day, he also has a family. So let's don't put time there. Let him go and meet his family, discuss with them, because it's very important. Because we know politics in Africa mostly it affects the entire family. Then we gave him time, another then he came back and consented. But that was not the end. We brought Abdoulaye Ibrahima Jammeh to this head of his jam. Now, Cindy Janenga vet. He was vetted. An entire executive committee would throw questions at him. Every single question was answered to our satisfaction. Because we will not sell anyone to the Gambian people. And I will give this promise to the Gambian people that it's never too late. 2026 is just at the corner. Let's give him a chance. And Nanyum query, Nanyum Pronobo is all going to end. And I'm going to give you one last thing, Jani Metal, to the next question. The NUP is going to differentiate party from state. Because Fenemianga made a Gambian button for the longest time. Political parties can feel like in the winter. I was part of the struggle in the Plaza Sutral. And in the long jukal, whatever Gambian button can bring Jamela time, can for President Adam Barrow time. These are exactly some of the reasons we Banco Botanica. The Plaza Dika Mula Miango Malundoso. It is not going to be incumbent upon Abdoulaye because you are part of the struggle prior appoint. Yes, I say appoint no natra alundo bebul. And we are going to make sure we put measures in place. Me alonko, abe Gambia dumol be kalamutindi la ko. Every single person mango is appointed to a particular post at this after. Alundo soto. Irrespective of what political party.
Natra Abdoulaye natra in power. Natra Gambia banko dumol katrifa.
Ha.
Okay. From that presidential elections, parliamentary elections na the National Unity Party, they filed in few members contest on the National Unity Party. Mune asabu you had that few one number contest. And also will fana bina da ke moldi in order for wala ko iman na ganye. Mune fon sababu daw.
Yeah, I like that iman na ganye but I'm for. Okay. Yeah, coming here for Nyameng, finance was key. Coming here for Nyameng, the question you asked earlier. But what is more imperative is the fact that NUP cannot just file any other candidate. There are criteria in place that you need to meet before we contest under the NUP ticket. Your sense of nationalism, your understanding of the party's philosophy and the party's ideology. Was a little bit difficult from every single people candidate to file because we need to go through all these things killing. We don't want to sell anyone or give anyone to the Gambian people soma abetora because nyajin cross capital kasia Gambia political space to they don't believe in the party's idea. Maybe they are part of the struggle. They are up for their post. Eventually, if they see a better opportunity, they will switch their allegiance. And that sense of loyalty, that sense of patriotism, So we only trimmed it down to 4. And these 4 candidates can bring in a file, we market them to the people of this country. Still, we all understand the political situation was a little bit fragile. There was this competition, I understand it. But eventually, we were able to have a surplus of people who enjoyed through those National Assembly members. So it was a win for us.
Iko aliamol vetla jannin from womol ka alka chance dina ko kaji ko ron on the National Unity Party fumo sa fono ko womol mi yalon ko aliye vet wala mo jamal gel mi yalon na fanko ye application in file and then during that vetting la nata wol jenken ni kaji ko mun man kaji da ni kaji fanko National Unity Party
ya ni amo vetting wala kisi rote we mbemu party dingol lelde hanita famo bi. Though you are a journalist, your profession didn't give you that opportunity to be a politician, but you are still, banco dimolete, and you have the right to vote. So obviously you are part of the NUP. Okay, more after apply, you are free to apply. But honestly, there are things that we cannot compromise for anything. Well, I'm coming in criteria for it. So we have to look deep into it. Your personal biography. Ila political consciousness, ila understanding of that sense of nationalism. So when we see the other people they still have room to improve, we decided to give them that opportunity to improve their understanding of the party. But it was a short span pour appoint, but we always give them that opportunity pour la capacity built in within the party. And will be right now as we speak, me personally, ani mo party time and again, Ningal sessions as to some of these things we need to understand when it comes to the party. So next time they can apply, and inshallah they might be successful.
You made mention of model cross-cutting Kasia model come from one political party, National Unity Party, you also saw a group of people near put important party to the National People's Party. Can we say
National Unity Party?
National Unity Party. Can we say for people like Abubacarr said, any more mean not to join National Unity Party? What from one in a postal list?
Nico cross-carpeting, it belongs to different facets. We need to understand this. There is a baseline. At some point, we are all part of a political party. During the time of PPP, there was nothing like APRC. During the time of APRC, there was nothing like NPP. You understand? So, change is constant. So, that facet is not cross-carpeting. That is you accepting that conditionalities, that accept that reality, that change is constant. Okay, now I believe in a particular political ideology. I've been part of a political party for ages. We're not improving. Mandaraka move to even a step further. Bro, I need to reconsider my options. Because personally, my loyalty is not only with the NUP. My loyalty is with my country. And I am serving the NUP because I believe it's the ultimate solution to my country. But make no mistake, my loyalty is with my country.
Many will tell you, Abubacarr said, "Na benum party mindo, among plus or so and I feel like not the National Unity Party. Umu party that is a new establishment. If a plus or this is why Atariana Fonko can plus also National Unity Party."
People are entitled to their opinion, and it's well respected. Coming out from the NUP, we don't delve on those lines. But knowing me, I'm not that kind of person. If you understand my story, I am someone even I'm within people's midst, mulkan jela as a leader. I am born like this. And I am very passionate to serve. To the best of my ability. So whether more people are watching, that is very obvious. At the end of the day, it's destined to happen. But honestly, that's not my type, that's not my style.
Last Congress, Alhaji Ibrahim Ajame, Abdullah Ibrahim Ajame, National Unity Party standard bearer and party leader in the last Congress. Do we even have people near London from challenge to that leadership?
There are stages but they will tell you he is the man. Yalong Gambia situation we need to be very careful of Mejumala that position. Yalong, if you understand, 2016, Gambia no Lucida coming Kumbo, well they want to jam me out as to some of the mistakes me along okay. Some it's personal, anyway, reasons best known to them. Now, okay, the coalition told us that their ultimate objective was to Kajami Bondi. But there was no subsidiary plan as to Ninjami Bondi. What are we supposed to do? President Adama Barrow came. They agreed on a 3-year term. He didn't fulfill the promise. He went 5 years ning serve. Now, 2022 coming now, brother do ka fanyame di ka find the criterion philosophy. Ako, it was supposed to be an opportunity for Gambians to either correct their wrongs or to concretize the wrong. Coming ntol ko nga mistake ko lagi nga President Adama Barrow tombo nga kena na nyatong good. Now 2021 was an opportunity pour ntol na mistake ko nga rectify wala nga mistake ko sembentu ya. So Gambian will eventually sembentu ya. So this was where the mistake lie. Because don't I believe we should have looked into the options in 2002 because we had clear options. Me along go niwol tam don nyim batang kam info bi ngam be complain bi attaquer
wala mo jaman
President His Excellency Abdullah Ibrahima Jam.
Okay, do we say for National Unity Party they lack those competent people me and from Ibrahima Jam challenge to that leadership the party?
If competence is a school ala student will be NUP. If competence another on karambolem ala karandingol be NUP. Alone don't think a kalamutaron thing, a long thing. But coming out for Nyamin, don't understand coming right now as he stands, he is more qualified than anyone else. Because namin for wole biji, until we prioritize Londo, we prioritize Kalamutaro, and our administrative skills, and in our sense of foresight is second to none. While still until we believed in him, because he is the man to lead us through these trying times. And in NUP, there is this, and if you read the manifesto, if I understand, we introduce this term limit. That every aspiring presidential candidate is going to serve for 2 terms, whether in opposition or in government. So it's up to National Executive Committee for maybe at some point they will have like a close new wave because if you look at now, every political party is under the Supreme Constitution of the country. Gambia Constitution gave us, there is nothing like term limit. So one can argue at some point, okay, we cannot continue with this because it's not part of the Constitution unless we change we trim down to the party. But within the party, it is an agreement within the party that every single aspiring presidential candidate, whether in government or in opposition, you're going to serve for 2 terms because it's not bad to resign. Even coalition, for President Adama Barrow, yes, the Constitution give you 5 years. But you also have that opportunity after 3 years to resign.
Allah Congress will not get plus of the film and then I can plus of the film later. That are from Hakilo and Mambo. Plus will not feel for Hansa and they are still taken. They are all filled. I think it's about 2 or 3 young old, but all form of defending young Gajawiata. Right now, it's a very functional National Executive Committee. As you see, just 2 weeks ago, we had a meeting with Soraja, and a final meeting with those executive committee, to put across a strategic plan for the next 2 years. In fact, that plan is for the next 5 years. But they are on the next Congress, not in the next 2 years. We're going to review if there is anything to add. But to be on the safer side, I can vividly say that we have a strategic plan for the next 2 years. And sit down and call a review. And inshallah, soon, we will see how best you'll be able to organize a press conference or through a press release. And Gambia Kalamdan, Juman and Juma, plus Juman Jumal, plus Jumal Juman and Jumal. We will be done very, very soon. Yes, and then near GB for most of the times, number like Kachala starting a issue that we Gambia Banco and the National Unity Party, it will have a party in the last presidential election, they contested. And then party jaman bijan ni miala ko kaje issues miala ko banko ka fundi la party leader ka condemn wala ko kadiam o nada la party leader ni mandiam ya spokesperson or high profile dignitaries within the party seto we funda na ka pol ni condemn ya sabu National Unity Party it will jama ba ni wosi fal be ken ipika fundi kadiam jama ba ka tara deri from the National Unity Party told they are satisfied in the manners and ways in which the country is being governed.
I wouldn't agree with that statement. I beg to differ. We've been talking. Yalong, one thing we need to understand is until we are a different breed, we have a different political approach. Until we don't believe in against the government for the sake of against them. There are so many irregularities we condemn it in totality. But ntolko jandi bina wa fala mansakunda e kamin kete one thing ejenta dilala anyenta minekela and some of these issues are very very technical issues miango they requires expertise advice nina ra ko mansakunda ko me akibe tenen you should be able to provide an alternative to aki mune atina aki keta that is based on research. A research will happen overnight. And I can promise you one thing, all these activities, or all these irregularities, we already have teams in place, they're digging deep into these things. Yes, as a political party. And very soon, we will organize a conference, a press conference, we are going to address these issues amicably, and we are going to tell Mansakunda exactly what they are supposed to do to avert some of these irregularities. What a while. And people, our campaign team has been on this media houses talking. Maybe this is, you've also invited a former deputy campaign manager on one of your shows, and you have been addressing some issues and other media houses. Although, I'm sorry to say this, I'm not accusing any media house, but the opportunity in coming sort of with the media houses is not that popular. We believe so they are more interested in party ball, and we will not blame you for that. But now there will be time when Atolfan will be from the shadows.
Yes, you made mention of something. Me along Hakilo Butala Domandi. Wolo nyendeko ning molka issue ning address. Alfred Becker just jumped on the issue ning address. So does that signify for more many from along ko jama ba mil be diamuka. Wol fo mantala fendi ka mantala kunda ka fo ko al nyanta nyene kala ko rada ba fulala ko. Ibe tara ibe na ko ka ko masakunda against wala ko ke jara to.
I don't know whether you were trying to put words into my mouth, but we've had people speaking. Moral Kadiam on certain issues that they do not have knowledge on. Personally, I'm not going to address a problem that I have no idea. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, can we get into one thing? Okay, what are the alternatives? That is what we need to understand. And as a political party, this is where we are driving at. If we are going to attack the government, let's attack them on empirical proof. Fenda miyalonko near implement is going to be a benefit to every single Gambian. But you cannot just come when you open, condemning issues, you cannot give them an alternative. Although we are doing that, at that campaign level, that we believe it will be better. But empirical data can be presented before the government. Who is in the making, and we will certainly do that, inshallah. So everyone that is speaking coming for one day, I didn't say that. What I'm trying to put across is we are still gathering the evidence, and on the moment Pareda will come out to the government people Masakunda address. We don't want to come to addressing Masakunda vaguely like that.
Local government election is just at the corner. National Unity Party. Are you even prepared to file in candidates for the local government elections?
The NUP is born prepared. We know what we are up against, and we are approaching issues with technicalities. There are so many technicalities involved in contesting for an election, but coming economics coming on the scale of preference. We have our scale of preference. The local government is very, very important. It deals with the grassroots, but we are still dealing with technicalities. It's still a decision for the National Executive Committee to finalize. I can tell you this. We have so many candidates that filed their candidature. You understand? Through the NUP. Because we don't impose. We have independent regional executive committees. We have selection at their level. The main executive committee is there to vet and to approve. You understand? And we are still on that process. We know if the NUP, if the executive approved, come back and we still have a list can be presented. But coming out from here, we are still working on technicalities. And we want the media to just give us a little bit time, because we are all impatient. But just we ask for a little bit patience. Now we finalize on these technicalities, because it's very, very key.
But Saidina Abubacarr, because scientists, people are on their final choices. Party Jamal Biji, the candidate on the grass route, and then do calling there. Not only about for the 11th hour, a candidate on Instagram. Don't you think that would be so late for you?
Yeah, if you said that particular party jam, that is their party, and we respect that. Every party have their own standards, and these are our standards. Until we are not going to sell any political candidate to the government people, and these are technicalities that we need to put them into consideration. We have regional structures to build, because now the NUP is young. We have a bigger task ahead of us. And you cannot attain some of these things without building your regional structures. Having a regional executive committee is not enough. And the NUP coming out, you have a very, very strategic plan. Very soon we will unveil it. And now come at PIM.
National Unity Party. Abubacarr Jarju Not till the 11th hour, Alman candidate sort of. Would you still believe ko Albe Mole endorse the Pokaji Wale Wale Kafuno Pokaji Fonka?
That would be a decision for the executive. Eventually, Gambele will be Gambele will be interest, will be Mura. We will always look at the interest of the country first, coming out with that sense of nationalism. Ninga feel come a particular candidate, Ninga empower, now winter, Abe Banco Markwele, we will definitely do that. But Ninga feel coming, we need to focus on building our structures and trying to prioritize certain things. Obviously, that's how we are going to live it.
NUP that take on parties endorsing parties, not about more than election.
First of all, what we need to understand is for Itala political idea resonate with that party. You cannot just jump and shift to a particular party or endorse a particular candidate. Me alonko ala mira nyani tela party yogi along ini modo la mira nyaka kilindi inamange party kilindi. You understand? But these are things we need to put into consideration. You cannot be against things, like you cannot be lashing on a particular candidate for 99 days. Eventually, I am married join. What are you telling us? What are you telling us? Nibe momo join na anyenda kila multi mialko itafongo lata nyina ko amari nyina tambita ningambe dingole carte diala abe gambe dingole na falale. But you cannot join a particular candidate because of certain sentiments or certain personal issues. It's very, very low in as much as nafta puna banko nyetanyar. So we have no problem with people endorsing candidates or political party endorsing candidates, but we want it to be on the principles of fair play, on the principles of nationalism.
But finally, what's next for the National Unity Party as far as Gambian politics is concerned?
Implementing our strategic plan. Just to give you a tip, the NUP talks a lot about agriculture. Fenemiyalongo ay banko dingol sula. Coming out for nyame ndol monke multi memba bekela diamu kensongolde. Ndol we are more practically minded than basing our argument on theoretical aspect. And we will prove to the people of this country ko nying banko sa famo muna fandole. Nying banko can feed itself through na resources nga mengsoro. And it's part of the strategic plan we are going to implement it. Just to give you a tip, and very, very soon we'll embark on that. Although we are at the 11th hour approaching the local government elections, but we have a very, very strategic plan in place. And maybe for the Gambia coming and start nyaming. We urge everyone, because there is no time to review the manifesto right now, because we have a timeline, not discussion. But we will advise and we will encourage Gambians to go through a political manifesto. And we want Gambians to join us in their numbers together. In unionism, Zanabanko Nafano, Zanabanko Bundino Nimbata. And we're always open to discussions. And I would like maybe someday you can invite anyone from the party. Let's talk about NUP manifesto, what the manifesto entails. And very soon we also have a campaign strategy. We will be going through radio stations talking about NUP manifesto specifically, through the social media as well, through maybe new WhatsApp audios, because many people are opportune to have the smartphones. We'll be talking about NUP party ideas.
Saidina Abubacarr kamunda ko wato nyimbe bula bantale feren bari akamunda ko ka fanya di television do ani wato le bantonya the little time yalo na ko yasete ya dinna kontanda ba ko side en fo fental do be wato ni le programme ni jibela sa saro ni janni fo do programme inshallah mbafola LSTV folo fo ala baraka for the opportunity balam be min fola gambe dingole wala nyinti ko especially funding kel at some point, because I'm at the University of the Gambia, most of them will tell you I'm a civil servant, and if you look at the Public Order Act, amongst us civil servants being allowed to participate fully in politics, or like executive positions in political parties. Those will tell you I'm not ready for national politics. So the argument is strictly within the four corners of the classroom. There I believe ko nintema wuli ngana kurto city ngana belto city nyimbanko habe kolera le plunga samba to the next level. And I want Gambians to understand ko amanke kariti itelem it's you. Now if you have this concept coming, I am part of those people menyanda ka nyimbanko bonde nyintoro kono. It is that moment. Inyanta wulila. Yela kurto city yalongo. Now is the time, not tomorrow. Ngana jegom akana wori karinyol bijele. Karinyol should speak for us. No, you should speak for yourself. Let's try to partake in politics.
As young as I am today, I'm serving as a spokesperson of a major political party in this country. And so do you. You have the potential, you have the mindset, you have that sense of foresight, you love your country. So obviously, after more Gambia Dingol, especially funding kill, we constitute about 65% of the population. Nintol be pareda ka wuli to take this responsibility kona banko ntol na banko tala from all these economic junglers that we are going to entrust na banko to someone mention na banko bondi no nyimpara ko. Then and only then we can achieve our expectations. There is what is called the social contract. Yeah, this philosopher, Kafa Jinja Rose, he argued about the social contract. That social contract is more or less like a binding document, a natural agreement. Miango is existing between the people and the government. Until Mulio understand, comme man sakunda manke mansati, na dokulalom, comme mbite la factory so yo mota ya employé ka ju, man sakunda be wala nyama. We paid them, we gave them our freedom, we sacrificed our resources, everything. Pour ya murundinka. So until Molia understand, comme every single president muntola dokulalti, muntola nga sindije, abe kole yala bakel. I don't want people feeling obliged. When you president of Sirinje, you know, he's the Mansa. He's not a Mansa. Mansa muluwald. Ate muluwald na dogulaldi. Ano juma le uluwald da. Ita ni telem. Ntole ka jo. Ntole ka ala healthcare jo. Ntole ka take care of ala every need. So people need to understand this, that we need to wake up. It's time to wake up. Gambia funding Kenyan tele wuli. Let's stop following parties. We are all from political parties at some point. But nga jibero ke parti jumal en tol ñor parti jumal be funding ke sementu yakan poñato ñam ngata we rally behind those people, we entrust our rights to those people, especially Honorable Abdullah Ibrahim Jammeh. Mole me yalko I funding kill understand. Look at me, as young as I am, I'm a perfect example, a perfect replica to that idea. So let's rally behind the NUP with full force. Ngana banko ni sika nga di His Excellency Abdullah Ibrahim Jammeh and ngal nasi that the first thing we argue even at party level is decentralization. Nga development of bundi nga tala Gambia dingol tema right to the far right, to the provincial Gambia, because mole miango imedakar namu jola, they have right to this development. Few months ago I'm mbot nang Santoto, I was in Kiang, I was in Jarasoma, I was in some remotest parts of the country. It's very sad. Ika fura nyim banko dolo nila dasa mo fongo bonyal ni ajibe fongo ka bala fa tebe lorin dladon basirin tan ni be kacala ya dasa mo ne ko dasa mo lotar nyaaji jolonta. I couldn't hold it. Man, those people deserve better. But it cannot happen not until we have this divided idea. Not until man pare ka man up, ka step up to take up the responsibility to fight for the voiceless. Activism should not stop at ila organization. That is not activism to me. Activism is standing and defending the rights of the people of this country. Speaking for the voiceless. And speaking for the voice doesn't only mean you have to work for it. Although Gambian activists, most of them are doing very, very good jobs. But I want us to step up to the limelight, to the political space, because politics is the ultimate solution. It's the only way out. At the end of the day, is the presidency. They come from political parties. So if you're not part of that decision making, how many people are talking to President Barrow? He has the powers to act eventually. He has that executive powers. So I'm asking you, it's a funding key, to be part of that decision making team. With all these ideas, and NUP is a party, it welcomes every single idea. You pick that call, you call a member of the executive committee, guy, this is my idea. It's going to be forwarded to the executive committee, review. Now that the idea means for we are obviously going to take it. So just to time the Malta to discuss on these things. But I believe I can be doing also, especially funding Kelly Musul, because NUP is very, very focused on these two groups of people. If you empower a woman and a youth, obviously empower an entire nation.
Saidina Abubacarr Jarju katin Dubai kaje ba denim program national namba fule ko ben wato jolani bari anyway katin Dubai ke don kaje atelong Saidina Abubacarr Jarju mi yalo katen spokesperson the National Unity Party NUP bi natale katani so na program mi yalo ko ba fly don special interview mi yalo ko kerker kadi National Unity Party aning Saidina Abubacarr Jarju to kamala don ka fo jibe lal anil lamol lal ala barka ba ke ale wato min ta pour ka bulani program ni no ka fale don ni program mi yalla ko kana de lokungol be min kana kala lokungol be la don wala malbadi mati aldimma alteru kanon de parlement fati ka fala don kala barka bake ko lokunna la inshallah